Hello, my beautiful human. Welcome back to the She Did It Anyway podcast. I am so excited you're here and even more excited for you to meet our next guest, Latina fitness coach, content creator, and entrepreneur, Samantha Ortiz-Young. Samantha Ortiz, Latina entrepreneur, content creator, and named the #1 fitness trader in NYC. From being a former owner of Triple Threat Bootcamp Fitness Studio, she has now transitioned to an online fitness platform which provides live and on-demand workouts, nutritional guidance, and personal development tips throughout her website. As a content creator, she has created and worked with brands like TikTok, Target, Aerie, Macy's, Nike, Reebok. I mean, the list goes on. Samantha has also been featured in New York Times, Forbes, Shape, and Women's Health magazine. Now, I cannot wait for you to listen to this episode because just like her bio says, Samantha's energy and passion for training and empowering individuals is truly what separates her from the rest. She makes it her business to encourage and make her clients feel the best versions of themselves. Samantha encourages body positivity throughout her online fitness platform, and authenticity shows her cellulite, love handles, having off days as a sign of normality. Let's dive in. Hello, my beautiful human. Welcome back to the She Did It Anyway podcast. I am so excited for you to meet our next guest, Samantha Ortiz-Young. Welcome to the She Did It Anyway podcast. Ow, 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 ow. I am so excited. In your bio, I literally said, your energy is like, I just want to package it up. This is why I messaged you and I was like, can you come to my event to just turn up the energy? Yeah. So we still have to talk about that eventually for our next event. But seriously, I'm so excited you're here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
This is going to be awesome. We're going to have so much fun. And like I said, I read your bio and it's so cool to see how everything in your bio 110% aligns with how you show up on social. And I'm very sure that this is also how you show up off social. And so, you know, I just want to acknowledge that and just say thank you for being so authentically yourself. That is something that we are really struggling to find more of on social. And
that is true, yes.
So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited for this conversation. And, you know, let's dive in. If someone doesn't know you, they don't follow you on Instagram, who are you? What do you do?
All right. So I am a Latina online fitness coach. I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and I am from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. So a native, which is really nice, in Crown Heights, for those who know. And I have a passion for helping women truly transform themselves into their true selves, like not letting little things or not letting life deter you from certain places where it's like, you want to be strong, you can be strong. And I bring that not only through physical, but mentally. I bring that in my training and what I do. So a lot of mindset work alongside physical training it's my energy. That's where it shines, and it just brings so much passion every time I give it. Like, it's just like,
I love that. And I love that you incorporate mindset. So I used to do fitness bikini competition. And so I've worked with a lot of trainers and quote unquote coaches, and mindset was never it. Mindset was never a factor in any of my programs with my coaches. It was all like, how much can you cut? How much can you deplete? What are you eating? How much are you working out?
That's that industry though.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. So seeing you incorporate mindset and also this positivity. Again, you guys, you just have to go check out her page because it literally just makes you happy. Aww. Just watching you dance and just have so much fire. Where did this all start? Were you always, into health and wellness? Was mindset always a priority? Talk me through your transition of where you were and where you are now.
Yeah. So when it comes to my energy, I've always been like that. That's just who I am. Yeah. Being Latina, I just feel like it's ingrained in a lot of us to just have high energy and just want to fill a room of happiness for me. Another piece of it is definitely how I grew up. with having my father being sick. He had kidney failure at a very young age. At 16, he had kidney failure. So I've known my dad sick his whole life. And I feel like he is a real like driver to how I incorporate happiness and joy and positivity into my life. He wasn't able to do certain things, movements, just in general, there was limitations for him. And I feel like a person who is willing and able to do things, I don't want to take it for granted.
Yeah.
So a lot of how I wake up every day, how I do things, how I approach certain situations is rooted from how I was raised.
So I'm Egyptian and I'm also very, very loud, even though we're in a podcast studio and I feel like I have to be very quiet. I like walked in and I was like, ooh, I'm not the only one in here. Okay. But, and health really wasn't a big thing that my family prioritized. It was just like, we focused more on like family gatherings and making all the food and eating and all the things. And watching my dad had throat cancer, and health was never something that he prioritized. And when I started doing my fitness competitions, it really was like, I love that you used the pain that you have experienced with that as your fuel, where for me, I felt like I was rebelling. I was like, I'll never be like this. I will always, be healthy. But how I approached health and fitness was not healthy, right? And so a lot of us, and I have ingrained it in my head, that working out is a punishment. I'm working out because I don't like my body. I'm working out because, I ate too much and I have to like, quote unquote, punish myself in the gym. Yeah. And so was that ever a mindset that you had? And do some of your clients have that? And how do you kind of support them through changing their mindset when it comes to working out, moving your body, and like being happy about it?
Well, first, if you are feeling that way and you think about fitness like that, it's going to take some time for you to transition into it, something being like a privilege to move your body. And like, because I move my body, I'm showing my body that I love my body. So it's just the way mindset goes back into it. And for me, I've never thought of it like that. I've thought of it in a different way, where it's like a privilege for me. And because my father couldn't do certain things, I took it as like something that I'm going to love and I'm going to cherish, and I'm going to help other people see it in that light, instead of it being like, oh, I have to work out, or more of it being like, it's a chore for me. I know a lot of people don't love working out, but I think if you change the way that you approach the situation, you can start to actually enjoy it. So a lot of that has to do, again, with mindset and really talking to yourself and saying, I'm working out today because I love my body and I want to move it, and I know that it's a privilege to move my body. So a lot of the words I use is like in a positive kind of tone, and affirmations are really important. I mean, every morning I have like stick Post-it notes on my bathroom, mirror, and I'm like brushing my teeth and like reciting them constantly, because you have to be also reminded on a daily basis. Sometimes I'm a fitness professional and I don't always want to work out. Yeah. But it's like my routine and my discipline has brought me to a place where it's like, maybe I don't want to, but I know it's good for me, and I know I deserve it, and I know I'm going to feel great afterwards, and I'm going to do it. Yeah. So a lot of the work that I do has to do, again, with mindset, adding that in, because most of the time it's your mindset. It's not your inability to actually do the work. Yeah. You have to just change certain things.
I love that. Walk us through what your day looks like. A typical day looks like, especially because you have online clients. Do you train anybody in person?
Not at the moment. Okay. I used to, but right now everything is online. So morning for me would be waking up around, depending on the day, 6:45 to 7-ish. And then I'll stretch in the bed. Like, I'll just do some type of movement just to get my body like in blood flowing. I will then go towards the bathroom, start brushing my teeth, waking up, and reciting like positive affirmations to myself. Again, I have like stick Post-it notes on my mirror, but you could play around with it. I tell people to put something on their phones, like their screensaver. You think it's not a big deal, but you're constantly seeing that. And if it's something that's negative or something that's not making you feel good or has no I guess, substance to it, might as well use it for something good. So I'll do that. I then will, again, kind of move my body more, like more stretching in the morning. I'll drink a glass of water, squeeze some lemon in it, and I'll do some gratitude journaling and some more like, it's like a Bible, and it has different affirmations in there as well. That one specifically I'm reading is more about like couples and marriage, and just kind of cherishing that, and like just re-acknowledging like certain things that you can maybe work towards or add into your marriage, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and then I start either working out or have a live workout that I'm going to teach or have clients. So that's kind of how like my morning starts. So a lot of movement, positivity, giving my body what it needs, something to hydrate with, and then making breakfast. Usually it's a smoothie because I'm not like big on like cooking in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I'm like my eyes like half open. I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. But yeah, that's kind of how it rolls out for me, and it's been working. It's been really good for me.
I love that, and I have always tried to try new routines, and I'm quick to like, if it doesn't work for me, okay, like what else can I do? Like what else can I do? And I love the like just like a reading and a journaling in the morning. That has been such a game changer for me. I feel like it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Yeah. Like I just take everything that's in my head, I put it on paper. I'm like, okay, like I can now start my day. Social media is a big part of the world right now, and you show up on social so authentically. And even for me speaking, you know, for myself, it is hard sometimes to show the not so pretty, perfect parts of your life. Walk us through kind of how you have been so comfortable sharing all the things, like even in your bio that I read, like love handles, cellulite, having off days, like you are on a mission to normalize that. What is the problem that you're currently seeing on social media, and like why is that part of the way you show up?
I feel like everything's curated, so, and very filtered, especially for me in the fitness industry. Again, being a woman with curves, I have cellulite. Depending on the month, I might have a love handle. It just, you know, it varies, of course. But I feel like most women look like me, you know. And what the fitness industry shows a lot of the times is what an average woman, they don't look like that. You know, a lot of the stuff is genetics, of course. And a lot of it is, you know, within a filter or very curated, like I mentioned. So I just feel like I want to just show up and show like, yes, I'm a fitness professional. I can lift the shit out of these weights, but at the same time, I have cellulite and I'm okay with that. Yeah. You know, so just kind of showing that piece, which is so important because I feel like we get to show in the fitness industry so muscular, so this. And it's like a lot of the times people don't want that, or they want it and it's hard for them sometimes to achieve that, or impossible at the time because a lot of it at the time is genetics. A lot of it is. So I just want to say that for sure. Like when I teach people, I don't want them to look like me. I want them to look like them in the best version of whatever that looks like. So I always say that. It's like I do certain things to show you that like I look like this, but you can look any way that you want, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to just make fitness fun for you again, and not make it like I said, a chore or something that you're like dreading to do. Yeah, like punishing yourself. Yes. That's not what fitness should be. I love that, and I love that you're highlighting that on social, because you're right. Like every time, even when I'm looking at videos, there's so many women that I'm like, God, I want that body, but I can't get that body, and I won't get that body, and in the process of trying to get that body, I am hating my body. Exactly. And it's this spiral of spiraling. There's a difference between motivating someone and then like fixating on like I want to look like that. Exactly. You know, there's a difference between that. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about your entrepreneurship journey. Just, you know, backing up from or highlighting social media. You're a content creator as well, right? So you're a content creator, you're an entrepreneur. How did you get into this space to go full time? What were you doing before? Have you always been a fitness instructor? Yeah. You have? Always been a fitness instructor? Since I left college. Okay.
What did you go to school for?
I went to school for sports marketing and management. Okay. So, and I've been an athlete my whole life. Yeah. So fitness has been a part of my life since I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
I've always been like a tomboy and just loved being super active. Like that's the way I needed to let my energy out was that. And in college, I knew that I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Both of my parents were entrepreneurs themselves. So I was like, I know I want to do something along the lines of like having my own business, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, so I then became a Zumba instructor right out of college. I was like, I love to dance. Let me do that. So I started doing that, and then I was like, okay, that's fun, but I started losing a lot of weight. Like, my body just fully transitioned. I was doing nothing but cardio. So I was like, okay, I need to relax, because I'm losing the curves. Yeah. Ain't nobody got time. So, so then I switched to, I got my certification in personal training, and I started training clients, aka my sister and her best friend at the time, in my parents' living room.
Okay.
I would move all the couches, and I was like, I gotta make space. My parents, I would like lock them in their room. I'm like, you guys can't leave them for like another 3 hours. Yeah. And they're like, they were so down for it. Like, they were like, yeah, it's fine, no worries. I can't with them. But yeah, I started that way, and it started from living room to I started training more clients and doing boot camps in my parents' living room. We had a house, so we used the living room. I would use the stairs
in Brooklyn.
And then I would use the backyard, and it turned out to be 2 people. Then it was like 10. Then it was 30, 40 people, literally.
Oh,
and I was like, this is amazing. So then I started doing it more in the parks to get more space. And then after I was like, I feel like I need a space. So I rented a studio, no elevator. I had to truck my equipment all the way up the stairs, 3rd floor. And I did that for like maybe a few months. To almost close to a year, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I want like my own space. I want a space to call my own. And I felt like as I was growing up, I didn't really have that. We didn't have like a community or like a center or anything along those lines. I wanted to create that for my neighborhood. So then I ended up opening my own fitness studio in Brooklyn, and it was called Triple Threat Bootcamp. My dad was actually trying to create a studio in the garage for me, but unfortunately he had passed away, so he wasn't able to finish it. So I was like, I want to finish what he started. So that's where the kind of the idea of a fitness studio came about. And I had that studio for almost 5 years. And then I transitioned to online. So it's been a very long journey. Yeah. I would say like 12 years as of right now. I've been doing it.
Amazing. And I feel like I was just talking to our previous guest about the evolution and like the growth that you see your idea and like what you're doing to where it is now. And I feel like sometimes when we're in it, we don't see it. We're not happy with the evolution. We don't look at it as growth. We just look at it as failures and setbacks. And so I want to know, like, closing down that studio, was it around COVID or was it before COVID?
Literally months before COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think about how it would have ended up anyway. So pivoting online, were you ready to make that decision, or did you feel like forced into it? Like, what was that? What were the feelings coming up? Because I know that, again, a lot of us are just like fighting back this evolution and the growth. And I want to know, like, was it uncomfortable? It did not feel good.
Very. Closing the studio down was not a decision that I made.
Yeah.
We were having issues with our landlord, and we were literally in court for over 2 years with this person. And it was literally taking the focus off of the business into these legal situations. And it was just like, we can't do it anymore. All of our finances were going towards that. And it was just like, I'm not focused anymore. It's like, I don't find joy in what I'm doing because my thoughts are on this.
Yeah.
So unfortunately we had to close. It was not an easy situation for me. I felt like that was my plan. I didn't have a plan B. I was just like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a failure. I failed my community. I failed my mom and my sister, who were the business partners that came in with me. I failed my dad. Like, there was a lot of blame on me I was putting on myself during that time. And I just felt lost, to be honest. Like, I didn't know what to do, how to restart. So it took me a few months to really like kind of get my gears set, and then the pandemic kind of happened. So it was just like, all right, let me take this and let me utilize it. You know, I had my moment. I'm human, and I'm gonna like I have to realize like this is not gonna happen for me. And that kind of scarred me. I just was like, do I open another studio? I was just like, I don't think that's the way right now because we invested so much in our business. So then I started to go online. And during the pandemic, I would do free live workouts, you know, like just kind of get the continued community continue to grow that I had in person, now online. And it was different for me because my energy, I feel like, you know, like you have to be with me, you know, like let's go, like I gotta be in your face type of thing. But I mean, as I've transitioned into online, I've been able to really capture moments and really share my energy online. So it's just a learning curve, you know. And again, it's not easy, but take it and run with it. I've learned from those moments that I went through, and I feel like that's the best thing that you can do when you go through those. A lot of people will probably say, I'm never going to do it again. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And it's a normal feeling, but I think you're going to learn. Like, the world needs your talents. The world needs what you have in there. Like, you are unique. And I always tell myself, I'm very unique. The people deserve to see me, and because I know I'm changing people's lives. Like, I need to do it because I know if I change one person's life today, then that made me happy. And that's what I continue to tell myself. So, like I said, it was difficult, but now it's normal to me. Like, I don't even see people in person in terms of like fitness. Sometimes I'll do like boot camps, pop-up classes in the city, but other than that, everything is online.
Yeah, it's crazy that it happened just a couple months before the pandemic. So December 2019, I got laid off from Yahoo, and I decided to go out on my own. I was like, do I go back working for like a publishing company, or do I go out on my own? And when I first went out on my own, it was January of like this idea came to life, and I wanted to build this workshop, this in-person presentation workshop. Okay. And it was called Empowered Confidence. So I keep smacking this mic. Our sound team is going to be like, what the hell? But it was a in-person presentation called Empowered Confidence, and it was all about like how to build confidence in the things that you do. And so I signed a deal with Reebok, I signed the deal with YWCA, and I was starting to do all of these in-persons. And COVID happened. And the world shut down.
Crazy.
And it's just like, and I know for you now looking back at it, it's like, I'm sure it was so painful to like have, and you were going through so much just from a legal perspective, but maybe finding some peace in like, we were going to close down anyway kind of thing, you know? And so, but like pivoting, so to your point, I pivoted and I turned my program into a umbrella company and then have the course. And I was like, what else can I teach someone? But what I realized was, like, people buy into my energy, right? Like, that is my energy. That is like, how am I going to do that on Zoom? You know, I'm like, I need, and I'm like
right now, I feel very restricted. I'm like, I want to jump, I want to move.
I'm smacking the mic, but it's serious. It is so hard. It's so hard, and it's just, that is why like in person is so powerful. But for the businesses that don't know how to go online, they're going to be screwed. You have to be online as well. And so I love seeing the evolution of that, and whether you wanted it or not, it happened. And it's just it was the path. We have no control of it. And so I really love that. And you shared a little bit about you know, failing in front of your community and now, you know, thriving with the same mission. I love that the mission didn't change. When you were kind of feeling down and out, outside of just your community uplifting you, what did you do to kind of like go from like, I feel like shit, this is terrible, I failed, to like, let me try something new that I haven't done before? Like, what helped you, you know, like the podcast, do it anyway. Like, how?
I went on vacation.
Yeah. Oh my God. I need a vacation.
You got to.
Yeah.
It's just like, you need the sun.
Yeah.
So I went on vacation and I just needed like silence. Like, I just wanted a moment to like think about what just happened.
Yeah.
And potentially how can I pivot this business? How can I do it? Like, from being the number one trainer in New York City to being in Forbes to being in New York Times because of my studio and the story behind it. What do I do now?
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not that person anymore. I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
So it was tough. And there's still moments where I kind of go through that, where it's just like, should I say this? Should I do this? Is it going to fail? Like, I have those moments, but I think what has helped me is writing out all of the accomplishments that I've had.
Love that.
And I put that on my phone. I put it in my notes. And whenever I'm feeling down and like I don't deserve this or like I'm not enough, because we all go through that, I go to that.
To your proof.
Mm-hmm. And I see like what I've done. I don't care if it's 2 damn things you've done.
Yeah.
You've done something.
Yep.
You've inspired someone. You've changed someone's life. So I'll go through that and I'll say, and I'll see all the achievements that I've been able to get throughout the years. And also I'll look at like testimonials from clients and people, or go in my like snapshot different comments and things from social media, and just people saying how much I've inspired them and how much I've changed their lives. I think that has helped me move forward in all the other spaces in my business that I am in now. So I went on vacation and needed a moment, and then I also wrote out everything that I've achieved. I felt like that has been a game changer for me, and I recommend that for anybody.
I love it. I love the proof. I think I forgot who had said it. Maybe Alex Hermosi, but he said something like, confidence is just proving to yourself that you are who you say you are, and that you've done amazing things, and you just need proof. Yeah. And so like writing a list of that proof. I have a friend that does a list of her prayers, and like every time it accomplishes, she highlights it, and it's so powerful, because it is so unrealistic to think that we are going to be at a high, at 100 all the time. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. And when we're not, we don't give enough grace to ourselves. Like, we just feel like, oh, I feel like shit today. Oh my God, everything is over. Do I shut my business down? And it's like, slow it down. It's just today. And so having that proof is so powerful. I absolutely love it. You highlighted your daily routine. You've talked about your entrepreneurship journey, from being a content creator to a fitness trainer, and all of the things, even social media, and how you've used that. I would love for you to, before we dive into rapid fire questions, to share a little bit about like what we can do as women to implement some like healthy habits in our day, if we don't have them, or we're really struggling with that relationship with like just loving our body as it is.
Gotcha. I feel first acknowledging that your body loves you, and regardless of how you've treated it throughout the years, it's still here. It's still running. It's still moving. So I think acknowledging that is so important, and taking it day by day. I feel like when people want to start their fitness journey, they want to work out 6 times a week and 2 times a day, and it's just like that's not going to be realistic for you. You know what I mean? You're just starting out. So if it's 20 minutes a day, you're walking, you're moving, or setting an alarm. If you're at the desk every hour, step away, remove yourself from that space, grab something to drink, grab some water, move your body, stretch a little bit, do a jumping jack, whatever it may have you. I think slowly doing those habits will then help people become more consistent and disciplined. But acknowledging that your body has done a lot for you, even though you feel like you don't love it, it has. So acknowledge that. Say, I'm moving my body because I have the privilege to move it, and I'm moving my body because I love my body. Writing out, maybe if it's one thing that you love about your body, write it out and look at that. So just constantly like acknowledging your body is here, it's healthy, it's moving, and it deserves to continue and be in a happier light. I think is really important. And again, slowly but surely adding in those things. So 20 minutes a day, walking, jumping, dancing while you're cleaning, whatever it may have you, adding in those positive moments of movement Also podcasts, anything, books, reading, hearing anything positive throughout the day is really important. I feel like as entrepreneurs too, we are alone a lot of the time, and we run businesses, but it's like kind of like just us. So I think just reminding ourselves to like, you're good, like you're in a positive light, people are rooting for you, people are, so that is important for entrepreneurs too. But just someone who's starting out, just don't kill yourself in trying to start working out every day like that. Just slowly go into it. Write those affirmations down. Look at yourself in the mirror. A lot of times we don't even look at ourselves. You know, we don't acknowledge that eye to eye contact with ourselves. So just that's why in the morning I have affirmations. I'm staring at myself. So those little things will help people just slowly but surely start getting into a groove and showing up for themselves.
I love that. And I love just the emphasis on loving your body, but like your body loves you. It's taking care of you. It is just your vessel here, and it's just you take care of it, and that's it. It's
even
like
though you feel like you haven't, you have.
Yeah.
Like, not to you maybe your bestest ability, but it's still here. It's still running. You still have time to show up and show love to it.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's dive into rapid fire questions.
Oh, sugar
okay. What is your deepest fear? I know this is a deep one.
Okay. The first thing that came to my head is jumping out of a plane. I'm not doing that shit. I don't care.
I just love that that's your deepest fear because you have full control of that. Like, you don't ever have to jump off a plane, ever. Like, mine is like death. Like, I am terrified to die.
No, well, I mean, I don't want to die,
I think it's the worst part of living. Like, why do I have to die? Like, it makes me so mad. But, like, that's at least something I can't control. Yeah. Like, we all are going to go.
That's all I thought of. I don't know.
That's a good one. I like it. We're keeping it. How do you want loved ones? Okay, I honestly, I'm reading these. They by no means need to be this deep. But how do you want your loved ones to remember you?
I guess, how do I want my loved ones to remember me? Being happy, doing exactly what I was born to do, and just shining light on my community. I feel like that's what they want to remember me as.
I love that. What is a lesson that took you a long time to learn?
I'm gonna say, I feel like, how do I phrase this? That people need to live their lives the way that they want to live their lives, and not me shoving my thoughts and opinions onto them.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I felt like I was like, well, this is the right way to do it.
Yeah,
you know,
I struggle with that.
I was like that for a long time, even through my adult life, and I was just like, I can't do that. Like, people need to live their lives the way that they want, even if it's not the way that I see that they can reach this far. If they don't see it, then that's up to them.
Yeah.
So I feel like certain things I would like try to like, no, like this is the way to do it, and that's not the way.
I love that so much. I love it. What would you like to accomplish in the upcoming year?
Hitting certain numbers for my business, having certain members on my online fitness platform, achieving my fitness active brand that I want to like really start diving into. I did a little something like 2 years ago, but I wasn't ready to do it fully. Yeah. But now like I'm diving into really research and whatnot to really have that up and coming, because I love, clearly working out is one of my main priorities, but also mindset. So I want the clothing to have certain like affirmations and certain things on it, so whenever you look down, you're able to like remind yourself
of that.
Like if you're having a hard set or you're having like a difficult time in your workout, like look down at your sleeve or your pant and it'll say something that is going to inspire you.
I love that. What is your motivation to bring that to life? Like what, especially a product, like what is driving you to, why is now the right time?
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've grown as an entrepreneur, and I felt like whenever before I would want to like do something, I'm like, yep, we're getting it done. We're doing it right now. Like, I'm not waiting. I don't need research. Like, they're gonna love this. And it's just like, no, Samantha. Like, these things take time and patience, and also clothing. To me, I want people when they're working out to feel confident and strong and powerful in their clothes. I don't want them to shy away from like certain things when it comes to your workout. So I feel like when you show up as your best self, you're going to give your best self. And that's where the thought of the fitness active wear comes from, and having those little extra pieces of motivation on you to just push you through.
I love it. I will be your first customer. I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah, like we will all buy. I love that so much. So we end every episode with a fill in the blank. So you're going to say through and then fill in the blank. I did it anyway.
Through death, failure, uncertainty, feeling like I don't deserve this at times, I did it anyway.
I love it. I love that so much because I resonate with that so much just through all of it. Yeah. I did it anyway.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
We did
it. We're doing it, okay? Where can people find you? What are you most excited about? Like, how can we support you? Sort of pour back into you.
Thank you. You're so cute. So social media, Instagram, TikTok, the same handle. It's Somanti. So underscore Manti. SO underscore MANTI. And my social media platforms, I have my online fitness platform, which is I do live workouts. I have on-demand workouts, nutritional guidance. I have mindset, fitness tips. So just kind of overall fitness experience you'll get. And me, of course, as your trainer.
Yeah.
So I have a discount code for the beautiful listeners here. So I say it now, or you?
You can say it now.
Okay. So it's Somanti 50. So you'll get 50% off of your first month on the online fitness program.
I love.
Thank me later, okay?
Seriously, it's amazing. And we'll have that in the show notes. I saw it. I was like, wow, this is generous.
Yes, I'm
Seriously,
so
it's
excited
amazing.
about it. Yeah, should be a goodie. And I'm also doing my first fitness and wellness retreat.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, where? When?
In Costa Rica.
Amazing.
I know. I'm so excited. It's the first. I was like, I need to do something. I want to. I just wanted to elevate in luxury the fitness and wellness experience. You know, it's gonna be Costa Rica, May 18th to the 22nd. So in a month and change. So I'm super hype about it. And yeah, my fitness online platform, like I mentioned, but also the activewear I'm working on. So just a lot of fun stuff. I just want to just continue to give to the community and make it fun and just be a representation of where I came from, who I am, and where I'm going.
I love that so much. Also, you're going to love retreats. I feel like they like changed the game for me. I just loved being in person with people on a more intimate level and just like giving them this curated experience. So I love that. Yeah. It's amazing.
We need to. That intimate and just like really getting to know someone.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and like having them get to know each other in person is just so powerful. I mean, now like so many of like my retreat attendees or my mastermind attendees are like best friends and they travel together and they do, and I'm like, wait, what about me? I have FOMO, but like I love this. Like I created that, you know. It really is amazing. It's so amazing. Yes. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for coming. That was so much fun. Woo! And make sure that you follow everything that we listed down in the show notes. Share our takeaways or your takeaways with us on social. And thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, I love it.
And don't forget, no matter what, she did it anyway.
You did it, Mom.